All right, thank you. So I'm in southwestern Idaho on 7 acres, and I do all contract seed production. I used to have more of a value-added type businesses, but I just dropped them out. So we'll see if this seed business, so, you know, I think I'm in my, probably in my going into my second serious year of trying to live solely on contracted seed crops. So.
How many years have you been doing?
Yeah, good question. 21 years. So I've been doing seed production. So let's see. So let's just assume I have passion, okay? I come by it genetically for seed production. My parents were seed farmers, and I still have family who are seed farming. So we'll just let it ride at that then. So Winston, your tool is super sexy. Look at what I do. This is what I do for a crop. Winston, can I apply your program to an Apple computer? Okay, great. Whew. So when I am considering crops, I like to look at my step-by-step process, you know, from spring field work and all the way down to what it takes time-wise to get a seed germination test done. And so I was asked to consider a pole bean project for this year. And so this is what I came up with. And it's a great process if you don't do something like this. Obviously, I'm really impressed with what you guys are able to do in Montana. So it just gives you a lot to think about and how to go through the steps. So this is just kind of what I've created for different projects, and I like notes, and I've decided to stop beating myself up for my simplified note-taking methods. I'm not an app person, you know. This is what I do. I just have a form. It's worked for me over all my years, and it gets modified almost every year. I change something out. And so this is another way I can track emotions of the crop, because some crops just don't fit right, and you make mistakes, and you take crops that you should never have taken. And so I will drop F-bombs in this, like never ever do this again, you know. And these kinds of things are priceless for my organic inspection. They think I do it for them, all these notes that I keep, but I do it for me. I do it for the seed companies. They can access this information anytime they want for a crop that I've grown for them. So anyway, so again, old school, I try and do it daily. Sometimes I have to catch up on a back out of an envelope, you know, at the end of the week. It's just how I've chosen to do it. So it works for me. So if you have a system, stick with it. It's, you know, it's all helpful. And then, do you want to talk about, like, just kind of what, like, just, I don't know, how I operate in terms of like solutions and stuff, and so.
I've seen your farm. Go ahead.
Efficiency, I wake up and with it on my mind, and I go to bed with it on my mind. I'm thinking about it all the time. It's just, you know, I never leave it alone. So it's always on my mind. And I'm not going to go into great detail about how I try and solve my problems, but other than, you know, I don't get a big break from how I want to plan my fields around irrigation issues, harvest issues. So I don't like to, I guess I'll drop down to scale. I don't like to do small lots. I have 600-foot rows, and that's the minimum I'll grow, is a 600-foot row. But never say never. You know, I work with seed companies, and sometimes I feel like they do me lots of favors, and I might do them a favor and just do maybe a 1 pound contract of something. So, you know, it's a give and take on the scale, but I really want to have it out in the field, and I can then cultivate and harvest mechanically if it's possible. So that mechanization allows me I've done it both ways. I scaled back a couple years ago, and I went to a lot of hand harvesting, and oh my goodness gracious, you know, I just missed my combine so much, because a combine is your first step in seed cleaning, and it just made for a lot more steps in the seed cleaning process. And you know, by the time you handle that crop your third or fourth time, you're like, I am not making any money on this crop then. So that's just some thoughts about how, you know, I want to push my farm into being efficient, and you know, I wish I could speak more eloquently on this topic, but sometimes, you know, you wish you could just grow 5 to 6 huge crops on a big scale and clean them and get them out the door, but I haven't found that to be the case. I'm doing a minimum of 12 contracted crops or more, and you know, that diversity just makes for a long season, you know, from growing, harvesting, and cleaning. So, but it's a joy. It's truly joyful, and I'm going to leave it at that for the next person. All right.